I want to see if they drush. Just add the flags real quick. We got Dogao. We got Brazil. We'll have Germany. And we got 2 beasts, man. I mean, at some stage, forgive me, by the way, for speeding up early here. We've got the new valley where there's chickens and there's hares and there's lots of reason to go to the middle. At some stage, both Dogao and JorDan were maybe in the top 10. Now they're both in Gold League. They are very far into this game. So I'm going to zoom out and we'll try and get a feel for how this game flows. But it's a very open version of Valley. And we've added lots more incentive to go to the middle when compared to standard Valley if you load up the Definitive Edition. So it's going to be man-at-arms for JorDan to start it off. I'm gonna drink my water as we follow the action here. So JorDan opens man-at-arms. Dogao loves his walls, so I like the early pressure from JorDan. No one taking the res in the middle. Everyone just opting for the safe approach. So I think we'll see a mix. I think sometimes people will take the res, other times they won't take the risk. Very open. Dogao's going to be on the way to Castle Age, but much later than JorDan. Much later than JorDan. JorDan in Castle Age 2 minutes faster. Good time for questions, guys, if you have them. Or if you want to say hi or tell me what your favorite flavor of ice cream is or whatever. But I'm not really going to cast this game in the same way because we're catching up. What's up, Spino? What's up, Peru? Hey, Dom. Hey, John. Hey, Monkey. Monkey Wine. Does this map lead to wood problems? I don't know which type of wood problems you're referring to. In terms of access to wood, yes. I'm not sure about the other problem. But, yeah, access to wood, it is balanced on either side, but it's fairly open, and right now there's only 110,000 trees. So if the game goes really late, and wood's definitely going to be a conversation. Nice pressure here from Dogao. With JorDan and Imp faster, just like he was faster to the Castle Age. And, yeah, he's pushing big time with it, too. I think it's going to be Fire Lancers for Dogao right now. T90, if you had to marry an AoE unique unit, which one would you pick? Well, I wouldn't pick any. Because I am going to be marrying my fiance. I think that's the safe answer. I think that's the safe answer. We got Savar and we got hand cannons. Damn, what a fight. What a battle, man. Feels like the hand cannons are the key for JorDan right now more than anything. He does have this gold on JorDan's side. Or on Dogao's side, rather. But he's starting to lose this castle. The pop for JorDan has been really low, but he's had the initiative and the map control, which is interesting. I think he's losing his units pretty quickly. Dogao's dropping a castle down here that's immediately being attacked by the bombard cannons and the trebs. But he's repairing this now. He's still pressuring. What a game. What a game, dude. This is crazy. Castle goes down for Dogao. Castle stands for JorDan. I mean, we are going to run out of gold here. I see a couple hussars back there from Dogao if JorDan ever needs the wood line, and JorDan loses his castle. Damn, what a game. What a crazy game. What a nice hold from Dogao. Because it felt like he was under a lot of pressure there, and then he could be broken. We're at live time now. So, 200 pop for both players. The defensive castle setup for JorDan's really nice over here. He actually has quite a few castles for someone who just lost that forward castle. We only have 2 castles for Dogao. So I think with Dogao only having 2 castles, I don't really love his position compared to JorDan's 5. And JorDan also has the relics. But we are entering full trash game territory. And if that's the case, JorDan will probably want to get Commander on, which he hasn't researched yet. He does snipe a trap. Feels really slow now, doesn't it? T90, I'm curious if mods are frowned upon in ranked. Specifically the ones that visually help. Yes, like some people frown on mods, but it's not like if they're on the mod center, you're allowed to use them, right? And it's no problem. It just depends on the person. Like, I still don't like that they added the circle mod to the game. Like, the game options that give you the circle of the castles and the towers and the TC. You know, I personally, I don't even like that. But, you know, if it's in the game, you're good to use it. I wouldn't worry about it. So I wouldn't stress. But there's certain mods, it's like if they're available, you probably need to use them and have to use them, right? There's a lot of things, a lot of visual things that can really help you, so. Damn, look at this. Full fortified wall from Dogao. This is crazy. We've reached the hour mark. There's no time limit here. And to the person who asked if this was going to be a wood game, it might. Honestly, JorDan, if you see your opponent walls like this, you should probably do the same. I still think JorDan's position is superior, but this might take a while. And I think maybe I'm wrong. Like, if Dogao is playing Hussar, the Jurchen Hussars are better, right? So Jurchen Hussar beats the Persian Hussar. I guess Persian Halb is superior, and then Persians get the hand cannons, but that's a nice raid from JorDan. He denies the wall. T90, I don't Brief, can you re-ask your question, but double-check for typos? You've got a paragraph here, which I don't think is troll or anything, but I'm pretty sure there's like 3 typos in there. I'm not understanding your wording. I'll try and get a response to you. Big push from Dogao. He's saved up his trebs. He's been patient. And he's going to take down a castle. And honestly, I'm not really sure these hand cannons are going to be something that JorDan can continue to make. And he's gotten some raids. He's killed more in this game than Dogao. But Dogao's still in this. As long as those 4 trebs are alive. Relic count is on screen, so it's bottom left. We got 3-2. And JorDan takes the engagement with the hand cannons on the hill. But the hand cannons didn't immediately fight. And yeah, I think that's a good idea from JorDan to just back up here. Brief, it says, what's up with the scheduling, especially in Silver League? Is no one responsible for correcting the matches at Liquipedia? AKA Liquipedia was that there was supposed to be a match between Z40 and Capuch. If you look at the TTL Discord, it answers the exact question you're asking me. We have an area in the Discord. If there's ever a reschedule because of a player illness or any reason, all the information's already there. So I wouldn't ask Twitch chat. I would check the Discord first. As far as Liquipedia goes, we're at the mercy of the editors. So, you know, there's a certain amount of editors, and they're all volunteers. So if that isn't reflected on Liquipedia right away, it's just because you've just got volunteers. And I think in Capuch Z40's case, I think there was an illness, and it should have been posted in the Discord. So obviously, ideal world, the schedule never changes, but that's not reality when you've got 72 players competing in a league. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, hard for me to know the exact reasons. But all the tools are there, right? It should be posted in the Discord there. Yeah, hand cannons are gonna be gone. You can't keep these hand cannons alive in this type of game very easily. Because JorDan had 20 before, so he's down to 12 now. The walls keep Dogao in this game, in my opinion. If he didn't have the walls, he just has less castles, he has less relics, and he's in trouble. But that's not a bad fight. The Jurchen Hussars, 25% extra attack is crazy strong. And he's rolling forward with the trebs, but does JorDan spot them? JorDan spots them. And, ooh, there's not a lot of protection there. JorDan is eventually going to get enough halbs and maybe crossbows out to deal with that. Losing those trebs is going to be painful for Dogao. Wood count, we now have 50k. Ooh, and JorDan's trebs stop as well. I imagine he misclicked. Did he misclick a... He misclicked a bunny, dude. He only lost one treb. It could have been two, but he's clearly trying to run away, and he misclicked a bunny. Yikes. 92 on food for JorDan. Really needs to consider getting crop rotation. Your farms lasting longer is a big deal now. Shall we check the trees? We've got, like 20k wood. Maybe 18,000 wood on Dogao's side. And JorDan should have, well, the rest, right? So, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some. I'm trying to click them. They're all different types of trees. So that's tough. I'm only able to select 16k on JorDan's side too. So I'm clearly missing some. It's probably pretty even. But then Dogao has crop rotation. So there's only 40k left. At what point do they run out of farms and then they have to start taking the bunnies in the middle? Guys, I feel like the average player thinks Persian late game is amazing, but at high elo, I see it hit a wall so many times. It's so tough to finish games with this Civ. Because, like, crossbow, at high ranks, the crossbows feel like a waste of pop space because they're so weak. They're so weak, but at low elo, the fact that you could just, like, make a lot of them seemingly forever can also be really strong. It's tough. I think JorDan, in theory, should be in the better position. He has the relic. He has the trash bows. So maybe there's a point where that becomes strong. But when wood is the conversation, could be a weak point. He will snipe 2 trebs. Nice. And Dogao looking for counter damage. This is not the area you want to attack if you're Dogao. We got double Citadel Castle. Oh my god, JorDan! That was sick. That was beautifully done. That's clip-worthy quick wall there. He got it right finally. He missed a couple times. And he's also got his hustlers into the back of Dogao's base. Well played. I wouldn't mind seeing JorDan even palisade wall. Just to funnel in things towards these castles. This is the area that's important for JorDan. Oh, big raids. Hustlers just splitting up from JorDan. Oh, JorDan's getting some kills here. JorDan's getting some big raids here. The Hussars have split up. It's a really nice find from JorDan. And Dogao just has so many castles to run through. Someone asks, how can they see their predictions in their fantasy team after it's submitted? I think we don't have a leaderboard yet because it's still in the submission phase. So we don't want people to be able to see others' fantasy teams and also their, at least I think we don't have it available because we don't want people to, like, steal other people's ideas and submissions until it starts. So, but I could be wrong on that. I mean, if you're saying it's not there yet, then I'll trust you on that, but I don't even remember. So yeah, it's at the submission phase. Which makes sense, right? Like, if someone, like, let's say this guy named Jimmy Bob Jimothy Jr. III was, like, the best predictor in the community. And then you just look at what he did and copy it. Then it's, like, it's kind of lame, right? You shouldn't be able to know everyone else's submissions before, so. So, yeah, that's why you won't be able to see it. So, the problem there is if you submit your own and you want to look them up, it might not be visible for you to look it up until after it starts. So, T90, do the bunnies keep spawning over time? They should reproduce, like, IRL if not taken. Oh my god, dude. That sounds like a nightmare. That's funny, though. No, the bunnies do not reproduce over time, like real bunnies. They just kind of stay the same population and no big changes there. More walls from Dogao. Game 1. But he has 4 trebs again. And he keeps doing this. He'll patiently wait till he gets to a nice amount of trebs, and then he moves for the castle. And JorDan is not in position to defend from this. And these crossbows of these halbs are just walled out. He is trying to go through, but that's kind of difficult. JorDan's probably going to lose this castle. Also, Dogao was going to have like 40 Lancers. I think 40 Fire Lancers could snowball a really big fight as well. Fire Lancers should be amazing against everything JorDan's making. But I think the gold is officially gone now. Apparently, there's still some stone somewhere. Dogao is taking that. But the gold is gone, and we have 30k wood. Yeah, mods, if we could update the title of the stream to JorDan versus Dogao, that would be really nice. Because I think it still says doubt. I guess we'll commit to this series. I thought we would maybe get into, like, game 2 or game 3. But apparently we're going to be able to just see the conclusion of the first game and get into the others. JorDan has a crazy Hussar queue, which is what you want in late game. You want to have a lot of units in production. Don't tell me he saves this castle. Don't tell me he saves this castle. The trash bows are here. The halbs are here. He's attacking the treb. He put a lot of stone into repairing that, and he saves the castle. Damn. Well, I mean, well played. Well played to save that. Also, at the same time, well played from Dogao to clear up the siege workshops and complete these walls again. I gotta say, no crop rotation is actually a big deal here. Farms giving you an extra 175 food is awesome. And Dogao speaks. And he says, draw is looking good. JorDan says, I'm fine with that. And so, clearly both players kind of hate that they're in this predicament. I'm not fine with that. That's horrible for the group standings. We need a winner. There's no draw. They must fight to the death, okay? How are we supposed to do that when every win counts for the group stage? There's no time limit like Red Bull. We play on until the game ends, and we count down every tree, and this is going to go on a while longer. They split the money. Well, the money isn't the issue. It's how the group format looks. So, unfortunately, no ties can be accepted. But we're reaching the stalemate territory. The Hussars for Dogao are going to get around. JorDan has the right idea to at least place houses to block this off, but he didn't do it in time. So this could be a big raid. Crazy game. But I've seen a couple games on Valley so far. This isn't common. Maybe it will be for the very best. I don't know. But these are just two evenly matched players. Both could easily be first place in this group. And this is a grind, man. This is a grind. Nice find. Same thing that happened earlier. When JorDan got into Dogao's base, you split them up. You get in with one group of like 20, put them into 4 or 5 different areas. JorDan is reacting. He'll eventually clear it, but he does lose some vills. Do Jurchins get Siege Ram? Siege Ram's really good in these situations. They do get access to Siege Ram. Wood count is now 23k. Oh, God. Oh, man. So you actually need to really value your wood units more than your food units. So Hussars, you should be able to make for a lot longer than crossbows and halbs. I still think these Fire Lancers are key right now for Dogao to have chances. Because it's one of the last gold units he can make. He's still queuing them. I actually think what Dogao should go for in these late game scenarios is Cav Archers. If you get to 30, 40 Cav Archers with Hussars in front, I think you win this game. I'm just not sure. I feel like he's trying to end the game right now with no siege. It is working, though. The Fire Lancers are owning because they're good against every single unit that's out there. Can he do it forever? What does JorDan even try and make right now? I think he just has to make Hussars and hope for the best. You take really bad trades, but eventually you win the fight anyways. Imagine if he had Rams from this Siege Workshop and the Fire Lancers. He took a really good engagement there, but he never took the position It was able to break JorDan, and now JorDan's Hussars and occasional Halbs eventually just, even if they take bad trades, get the kills anyways. Crop rotation for JorDan. Let's go. Those crops better be ready to be rotated, bro. You're running out of trees. Big time. How's Dogao looking? Dogao's running out of trees, too. They both are using a wood line as part of their wall. And JorDan's Hussars. Oh! Hello, Hodor through the gate. That's sick. That is so sick. That is so good. The Hussars are in now. This was supposed to be safe, supposed to be protected. Not anymore. And now it's tough for Dogao. He wanted to max out and push on the front. Not so easy when you have Hussars in the back of your base. All new units. Maybe even the Fire Lancers need to go back and chase. Beautiful stuff from JorDan. Every time he's gotten through, he's killed 10 to 20 villagers. And yeah, Dogao's just not on the front now. I think Dogao's going to try the same thing with these Hussars and try and run through here. I think JorDan is fully housewalled there now. And JorDan not really attacking here. But that already accomplishes enough just pulling Dogao back. That's good. And JorDan's massing Trebs. He's got 140 Hussars in queue. Yeah, Dogao thought this was open. So his units are not able to path back there. JorDan still with those castles is going to be a big deal here. Ozone says, I cried with the Hodor scene, man. Yeah, I didn't mean to bring up any, like, poor memories for people with the Hodor situation. I'm sure Dogao cried when those Hussars just ran through his gate, so it's pretty much the same thing. But he gets the kill. All right. 15k wood. We're very close to single-digit tree numbers. I think JorDan's still in the better spot. He's got a better Hussar queue. He doesn't actually have any Halbs queued. But that's a really good fight for JorDan. And he's bringing in some trash bows, which could sit on the other side of that wood line. There is more wood banked for Dogao, though. And having more wood banked is... Yeah, having more wood banked is pretty important for seeding those farms. The T90, have you thought about the time limit like in Red Bull? No, I really don't like the time limit. It's maybe good for Red Bull because they got to do a LAN event and they got to keep the show on the road and it fits Empire Wars maybe, but this tournament is meant to be how Age of Empires 2 was supposed to be played. We got 3 villagers start, we got mixed maps, I want scouting to matter, and we play down to the final villager if need be. Not saying anyone should grief and waste someone's time down to the final villager. I'm saying we play Age of Empires, no time limit. That would feel pretty brutal here because I think JorDan's maybe arguably been in the better position for a while. Could have maybe lost due to the time limit. So, I mean, I still don't know, man. I still feel like the occasional Fire Lancer, Halb, and then the Jurchen Hussars being the faster attacking Hussars can swing these fights. And here is a big fight. The Trebs for JorDan are going to go down to the Siege Rams. The Jurchen Hussars are just so good, dude. They're just so good. JorDan's units were also stacked, so I couldn't really tell exactly how that was going. Were the Trebs worth it there for JorDan? Like, what did they take out, really? They didn't take out much. And look at all these vills come back to the trees. I mean, JorDan's moved on to this wood line now. But he seems like he has more wood in his base. That was funny. 30 villagers, 40 villagers running back to the wood lines. JorDan's not making any Halbs now. Which feels bad. But when you're going to run out of wood, it might turn into a situation where it's how many farms can you reseed. So there is an argument to just make Hussars against Halbs in these late game scenarios. Because Halbs cost wood.
Idefix has just donated $20. The Viper just talked about why he chose to leave GL and it came down to money. He has not been paid since 2024, still hasn't got his money from Red Bull in Spain and they have not paid out salary. That is wild.
I'm not laughing at what the donation just said. Also, chat, could you hear that? Just want to make sure. I'm laughing that this apparently was said. I can't confirm it, and he came to spread the word to the rest of chat about the situation. If so, that's crazy. If so, that's crazy. That's really disappointing. Okay, so JorDan and Dogao not having a good time here. He says, JorDan says God, Dogao laughs and says amazing. Here we go, guys. It's a stalemate. It's true. Watch Viper's VOD. That's disappointing. That's hard to hear, man. That's hard to hear. Sucks for them, then. That sucks for them. I think there's... it's tough for me. It's not my... It wasn't my team. I wasn't on the team. I obviously... Doesn't come as the biggest surprise to me because of some things that I know as well, but I'm just not going to speak on it because it's not my business. Hopefully it can get sorted, though. Who wins? Pick a winner right now. Pick a winner. I'm hearing villagers get deleted. So, Dogao is deleted as vills because he's out of trees to chop. JorDan has 6k wood. I assume he has what's left of it. But he has more vills right now, which could mean less army. So, and I think Dogao's army is still better because he has halves and he has the better hussars. I would pick Dogao? Question mark? But it's if he can break him right now. Because his army's way better. JorDan's got more reinforcements. JorDan just dropped to 130 pop. I don't think he deleted any villages. Maybe he did. He just went down to 100. Might have seen some villages get deleted. JorDan is relics, but what do you spend your gold on? I feel like you spend your gold to buy wood. JorDan is going to make halbs again. And JorDan wasn't making halbs for a long time. And JorDan's realizing now it's about to be final fight. Again, those Jurchen Hussars attack faster. JorDan has more in queue. JorDan has wood still. JorDan has the relics. I like the people picking JorDan. But I think there's a chance for Dogao if he can get a big fight like he just did before. And then bring in the Rams and the Treb. So tough to judge these fights with the weird stacking we have now. It seems acceptable for JorDan. It seems like enough of a hold for JorDan. Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is, which means Dogao has to back up. He is building a mill in the middle that's supposed to be Dark Age. It's supposed to be what you do in the freaking Dark Age, but we're going back to the Dark Age because they're running out of resources. But he's going to take the food from the bunnies and the shorefish. He's getting desperate now. But I mean, it's probably a good play. We might see JorDan do it as well. JorDan holds. JorDan has the score lead. JorDan still has trees. There's less than 4,000 wood on the map. And by the way... This isn't normal for the map. I mean, maybe this is what will happen every time. I'm going to guess this is unique. I've seen Valley games. This is the first time I've seen this. I think in your case, this season, it's the first time you've seen this map, though, right? So you're like, is every game going to be this? JorDan just bought a bunch of wood, which is what you probably want to do with that gold. You also could make a couple Savar to try and swing a fight. Oh, here we go. 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 I'm going to change to the resource situation on the minimap. Dogao still has some trees. JorDan still has this whole wood line. There's the resources on the map. I'm going to change off that now because we've got the fight. Trebuchet and 5 siege rams from Dogao, but he has to protect it. And he doesn't have protection here. JorDan can take down the rams pretty easily. And JorDan's still engaging here. We have more hussars coming in. He still has more hussars in queue. He's repairing the castle as well. That wood line we found in JorDan's base is really nice for him, isn't it? That's so nice. I don't even think he knows it's there because I didn't know it was there. It's hard to see, but it's back there somewhere. It's right here. That's 2k wood. That's going to feel like a dream right now. that Jordan will hold. Yeah, Jordan's got 100 Hussars in queue. Dogao says, okay, you're welcome to push now. I'm done. I mean, Defender's advantage is a real thing. So maybe Dogao is trying to tempt Jordan. Make it his turn. Jordan laughs, says, I already had many times. True. Oh, that's funny. Do we have herbal medicine right now from Jordan? Is he going to start healing Hussars? That's crazy. I've seen someone heal paladins and like conquistadors. But if he starts healing Hussars inside of castles, that's wild. But every unit counts, right? Every unit counts. Crazy armies. Still some stone in the bank for Dogao. There's not really much he can do with it. He just bought food. Here, let's actually do this. Let's zoom out and double-click their farms. Okay, Jordan's farms have 32k food left. Dogao's have 26k food left. So, advantage Jordan there as well. I think this should be Jordan's game with all the information we have now. But it might take another hour. Surely you heal Haubs and not Hussars. They cost wood. Yeah, I guess you could do that too. I'm not seeing him do it. I mean, you just heal who you can at this point. The game's so messy, I don't think you can really think about specifics. Jordan still hasn't found this wood line. So he doesn't know he has it. And that's pretty much all the wood that's left. He's got a couple more trees. He's chopping through them right now. And then Dogao had a couple trees too. I don't know exactly where they are, but... Big plays from Dogao, though. I mean, he's taken the bunnies, and there's like tons of food on the bunnies. But yeah, maybe a stalemate. Both players do not have an incentive to push because it's risky. But it's more risky for Dogao. It's less risky for Jordan because Dogao doesn't have castles. So, like, Jordan can attack these walls. It'll take a while, but he can get through, right? What a crazy scenario. Is it an option for a game to end as a draw? No, it's not. Not something in our plans, no. When every win counts in the group stage, that would be a real problem. If anything, we would have them replay the game or something. But sometimes you have to adapt to the situation. I think this game is destined to go on for longer, but Jordan will win. But that's a maybe because the Hustlers are still better Hustlers for Dogao. So. So you guys were here. Start to guess how long it goes. Jordan got herbal medicine, so he can be here a while. He's making an elephant. What? Wait, Jordan is unqueued. What is this? Jordan has unqueued all of his Hussars. He got 16k food in the bank. He's going for Elite War Elephant. And what's he going to do? Sell his food to make a bunch of elephants? Jordan, no. Dude, yes, he could maybe win the game, but also he could throw the game. His advantage is how many resources he has. Are the elephants strong enough? This would be epic, though. This would be epic.
Wood, please.
Jordan says wood, please. Can we get some wood pleases in chat, please? Join these two in their search for wood. As Jordan... Oh, he found this. He placed the lumber camp here. That's sick. Thank you. Wood pleases in chat. I like it, chat. But, like, what is Dogao gonna think when he sees Elite War Elephant 2 hours into the game? That's crazy. Dogao says, do you want to draw it? And if this game makes any difference in the end of group stage, we play another one. Same civs. It's pointless to stay here. Jordan has Elite War Elephant, so I think he has different plans than you, Dogao. Jordan says, give me one more try. I have something in my mind. If not, we can do. Oh, I'm so glad we got this game. Dogao says, if it doesn't work, maybe I will change my mind. True. I mean, props to Dogao for bringing that up ahead of time. Like, he's bringing it up ahead of time. He's like, if you fail in an attack, I might not want to do what I just said. Jordan says we can decide after. Okay, so Dogao still doesn't know what he's up against. How many elephants is enough, though? Because I think you need siege as well, right? I guess maybe you bust down the gate, you ignore the castles because castles get a bunch of free kills, and then you just go into the base and take down the buildings. Jordan says need 3 more minutes, no problem. Yeah, I mean, he's getting wood. Dogao says, okay, I'm going nowhere. That's true. And okay, Dogao will see it. Dogao will see it. And he is scared. Jordan says, no scouting allowed. And Dogao's like, oh crap. He immediately queued up as many halbs as he could. Dogao is begging for a draw now. He wanted a draw before because of the circumstances, but he didn't know how dire the circumstances were about to be. Elite war elephants, 620 HP. We don't want the draw, trust me. I mean, they could technically just like replay the game or something. I don't think you want the elephants on the front where the fire lancers are, though. That's my worry for Jordan. You need, oh god, like it's an expensive unit. He's also going to be fighting up the hill, which is bad for him. He would ideally not be doing that, and that's the issue for both have had. If you attack the other, you're attacking up the hill. Oh man, this is so funny, man. Look at all the halbs in queue for Dogao. An argument maybe. Yeah, Dogao's telling him no hill. I mean, that's up to them to decide. I mean, if they want to diplo their way and fight on flat ground, they can. But Dogao is not giving him that hill. He has the high grounds, and he is hoping to hold the high grounds. Here we go. I think this might be a throw from Jordan. I don't think these elephants are worth the cost. I think he needed to save his food and save his wood. But we could be wrong. Big engagement. Big, massive, meaty engagement with the elephants dying in there. But are the fire lancers dying in there? And are the elephants enough? They're both dead. They're both at 110 pop, 100 pop. They're both dead. They've deleted their vills. They've deleted some vills. Jordan wins the fight. Quick, put him in the castle. Put him in the castle. Heal him up. Herbal medicine for the elephants is the most value you can get. Heal them up, Jordan. Dogao says shit. Jordan says they are stronger than expected. Dogao says draw still on. So he is back to offering the draw because he didn't like how that went. Yes, Jordan's putting the chonkers in the elephants. Or chonkers in the elephants. He's putting the elephants in the castle. Sorry. I still don't think it's over. I still think it's a massive stalemate. With just these trees remaining, maybe. Okay. Jordan says, how did you get the wood for halbs? Dogao had wood in the bank for a long time. And Dogao says he bought. But yeah, he had like 5k wood versus 300 for a while. Jordan spent a lot of wood on crossbows that just died in this game. So I think he also wasted a lot of wood in comparison. It's funny, Jordan immediately buys some wood after Dogao says that. And Jordan says, nice wood price. Oh, man, this is so funny. This is so good. Jordan says, I'm actually enjoying this. Peak AoE. I can tell Jordan's having fun. And Dogao says, at least someone is. Don't listen to Dogao, man. In Regicide Rumble, he was as campy as can be. He's at home here. Guys, this is not what you should expect. Titans League Season 5. Okay? Sorry to disappoint, but this won't happen that frequently. I really hope. If every Valley game becomes this, I may face some criticism. Microsoft might give me a call. However, thank you for the support. I'm glad you guys are here witnessing this. And yeah, I mean, what better moment to remind you, Silver League, Gold League, Platinum League, all happening. And money on the line with some really good players. These players are Gold League players. JorDan, he didn't have the patience to wait until he was fully healed, which is disappointing. But he is going to be moving, and he's also got a treb. But this is what I mean. If you break down the gate... Oh, God, that's a lot of helps. If you break down the gate, then there's farms, there's castle, there's town centers back here. So, still way more food for JorDan. Doesn't have as many farmers, though. And here we go. Back to the meat grinder again. And it's mainly hussars on the front for JorDan, which is the opposite of what he did last time. Last time he had the elephants in the mix. Elephants haven't fought yet. Guys, JorDan's losing everything. It's only going to be the elephants. And now he has a treb, which does nothing. And I think JorDan's about to lose the game. These elephants better beast the game for him. That was so costly. And now they're running. Oh, look, they're so scared. They're so pathetic. No, not the Ellies. Halbs were just so good, man. Dogao could win the game with this. And again, remember, the Jurchen Hustlers are attacking 25% faster. So you have 25% faster attack. You actually can afford Halbs. And you didn't nuke your food economy and the gold. Like, remember the gold you spend on Elite War Elephant and the elephants could have bought wood. So JorDan basically chose like 20 elephants over being able to make 100 Halbs or something like that. Dogao can't finish the game, though, which is the stupid thing. And JorDan has found that Dogao has had villagers on food out here, which might have given Dogao a lot more food than we realize. And the elephants are safe. And JorDan's getting his pop back. So be some nice kills. Now, if you kill villagers, Dogao just gets more army, right? So in these stalemate scenarios, you need to be very careful after you raid somebody. Let's check farms, how much food is on farms. We got 7k food against 18k food for JorDan on the farms. Damn. But there's more hussars in queue for Dogao, so oh my god, it's just even. It's just freaking even again. Oh my god. What in the world is this? Nikov in my chat, he says, for the love of God, please remove this map. Nikov, this is one Valley game, okay? I have seen every other Valley game from Gold and Silver. Granted, there aren't many. This isn't a normal situation, okay? If we removed every single map that produced a unique situation in AoE 2, we would have 0 maps, okay? Because occasionally, crazy stuff happens, all right? JorDan's having fun. They are really working for their money per hour right now. It's supposed to be $20 per win. It's going to be well below minimum wage at this point, but still could go either way. That's a decent patrol for JorDan. JorDan's trying to queue up Halbs again. JorDan does not want to be close to these hussars, but he is. And yeah, that's not a good spot to be in. Where are the Ellies? How are the Ellies doing? 8 Ellies are still healing up. With herbal medicine, it still takes so long. Look at this, though. JorDan is taking the food now. Let's go. Let's go. It's a weird game where if you raid your opponent, they get stronger. Because they just get more army. Both players have just given up on going for siege because it costs wood. Is there actually any wood left? Okay, now 8 trees. Let me toggle the mini-map. You can kind of see them. It's kind of even. I think it's 5 trees for JorDan, if that counts as JorDan's, and 3 trees for Dogao. But, I mean, some of these are a stump. Like, that's a stump with 40 wood. Oh, that's so OP, though. That's 2/3 of a farm. Oh, my God. Dogao's going to win. Oh, 2/3 of a farm just sitting there right outside of his wall. Oh, my God. You got to get that, bro. You got to get that. There is an argument for deleting some active farmers right now, because if your villagers finish on farms, the farms are still, like, they'll finish one farm and move to another, right? So just to get fully popped. JorDan will have some halbs now, which he didn't have before, but that, you need to kill this group of halbs. If this group of halbs is gone, then it's a very different game. It's getting increasingly difficult to ever make a halb. This is so freaking funny. Like, we added all this food in the middle, and we're like, yeah, we're going to incentivize people to take it in Dark Age and take the map. And they both freaking walled and went for farms, and now we're 2 hours in, and now they take the food. Here we go. Those halbs, though, on the front for Dogao are a problem. The Ellies are on the back. Keep an eye on the halb count, guys. Keep an eye on the halbs. Is this the final fight of the game? The Ellies have been beastly this game. Maybe they're worth it. I don't know. There's 8 of them. There's still 8 of them. There's 7 of them. But they're tanking. They're tanking, bro. They're so strong. The Ellies were the play. Never a doubt. There's still 6 of them. Now get them back in there and heal them up. Heal them up. Heal them up. Heal them up and then wait 25 minutes. But heal them up. Okay, farm count check again. As the elephants are running, we've got 3K food left on farms for Dogao. JorDan has 12K. Will Dogao ask for a stalemate again? Because this is getting bad. This is getting bad for him. Obviously, he will. Or not a stalemate, a draw. Obviously, if he realizes he's going to start losing, maybe that's the play. But hey, JorDan knows that there's vills out here from Dogao. You kind of need to kill them off so he can't get that food. JorDan's also on the food. JorDan's got a much bigger army now. But the Hussars are going to eventually be out for Dogao. How many stables do we have? Dogao is 16. JorDan is 26. That's even a big deal. But just, you've already been in the game for this long. You need to just put your elephants in the castle. In my opinion. I know that both players just want to fight. They didn't want this type of game. But you got to just get in there and heal up, dude. You got to heal up. Not a good working situation here for the villagers for Dogao. Half his villagers are in the middle, about to die. Big fight. Ellies are in the fight. And there's no halbs anymore. He queued one halb. Big. If he finds that stump of a tree, he can get another one. Is this where JorDan gets his first win of Titans League Season 5? Is this where it ends? Are the Ellies enough thickness in there to beat the Jurchin attack speed bonus? They're very weak, guys. They're very weak, but these elephants have had 118 kills. There's still 5 of them in there. And JorDan's still flooding Hussars. They have a similar amount of Hussars queued. Dogao is losing his villagers. JorDan's microing that Hussar to get away from the castle, which is big. JorDan is going to win this game with... And maybe only because of the elephants. I'm still not sure. No, don't lose them. Don't lose them. They've done so well. They've done so well. They've done so well. They got to go home, man. They got to go home. There they go. I still think that JorDan would have won eventually without the Ellies. But with the Ellies has made the people happy. Agreed, chat? The elephant move made this so much more exciting than the alternative, which was just more Hussars and more halbs, and then they slowly run out of res, and then whoever can produce more. The Ellies have been sick. So, well played to JorDan. Obviously, they play to win. They're competitors, but playing to make the people happy as well will probably make JorDan happy. They have to play 2 more games after this. This play all 3 is going to be longer than... It's going to be longer than a whole best of 5, man. Yeah, the chat from Dogao and JorDan, both hilarious. Last fight incoming, I think. JorDan's making more elephants, too. It is 130 Hussars for Dogao, which matches JorDan's Hussars count. But he is basically out of food. It is a barren wasteland in here. His farms are almost all gone. The fish and the rabbits are still being eaten, but they're almost all gone. Only 5k food left on the map now. It brings me so much pain to see weak elephants out here. They're such gentle creatures. They should be full HP. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. They'll still be strong in there. You got one coming through on the backside. Dogao's chatting. He says, I don't know what is more stupid, this game or this patrol. Agreed on that. Hopefully the devs fix it. Nobody likes it, but everybody's got to do it. I still think JorDan is going to win the game. The elephants are key. They are down with the thickness. JorDan says it looks beautiful, and JorDan is going to win with less than 100 pop, probably. Dogao is at 37 pop, and he calls the GG. What a crazy game we just jumped into. I thought, oh, let's just catch up to live time. I'm not even going to cast. This is the type of thing that pisses me off, because if I knew what this was going to turn into, I would have actually done a really cool intro for YouTube at the start. But I'm like, nah, we'll just catch up, get finished with this game, we'll move into the next. I had no clue what this was going to be, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy game. And JorDan earned it. Thank God there was no draw. I feel bad. I mean, if both players probably had some struggles, but it seemed like JorDan enjoyed it. We had over 2,000 Hussars that game, over 500 Halbs. There were lots of Fire Lancers, and there were Crossbowmen. I wish I knew how many Elephants. But the group I had selected had 176 kills, and there's still 4 remaining. Well, I guess there were some fresh ones out there, but the OG group of Elephants did a lot of work. Still think it was risky from JorDan. I still think he would have produced more Hussars and Halbs, and he would have had more wood and would have lasted longer eventually without the Ellies. But we just won't know now. So, damn. Well played, JorDan. That is the classic. You played 2 hours to die like this, though, for Dogao. To play that and win, you get some money. The viewers like you, are happy for you. You play that and lose, and you're like, why? What was I there for? All right, so game 1 was crazy. Went down to the final tree. If there were to be a type of map that can go down to the final tree, sometimes it is a water map. So I think the storyline is set. The clickbait title for this series could be Everyone Ran Out of Wood. If you need wood, I don't know. I will have to think of it, but hopefully it doesn't get there. Both civs actually have some savings or some bonuses as far as wood's concerned here. We've got JorDan playing as the Koreans. You save wood on all your ships, which becomes very important. Maybe we will see some turtle ships later. Maybe not. Dogao has gone for Dravidians. Dravidians, they get some population space from their docks, which is nice. Their fishing ships carry a bit more, which is nice. But then you receive extra wood when arriving to the next stage. I'm just checking now. There's 103k wood, just in case we end up talking about it. But lots of gold and lots of stone. And you have the ability to attack on land, so you can cross over here on Northern Crossings. Or you can use the transport ship that both players start with, the transport. So you can kind of do both. I also like the map because you can dock on the backside or you can dock in the middle. There's also the island in the middle, which is important to control for the stone and gold. So just a lot of variety on how you play the map. But this is one of our higher level of water maps. We have 15 maps in this season, guys. So I don't even think the most prepared players are going to be able to be prepared for every single map. 15 different maps. We are not reusing a single map from the previous season. So big variety. Generally speaking, we've got 4-ish maps for every category. So 4 maps I consider good for, or like as standard land maps where you see lots of feudal age armies. 4 maps where you have lots of walling. 4 maps where you have like heavy water. 4 maps where you have a mix of water and land. The math doesn't come out to be 4 for everything, but that's essentially what the balance is to, and that's the balance we've gone for. And I've been really happy with the balance of the map so far. So, but it should suit everybody. And the way the group stage works is also a bit different than previous seasons. So in the past, you would have one ban each on the draft, and then you would both have one pick, and then you just ban the rest until there's one map remaining. Now what we have, it's pretty much the same concept, but you start your draft, you each get a ban, so you can ban the, you know, the clowny map or the water map. You both get a pick, and then you ban until there's 3 maps remaining, and then of the 3 remaining, it is randomly selected which is game number 1. So there's a little bit of randomness, not a lot. You still get 5 bans on either side, so you get 5 maps to get rid of. But if you really don't like a map, you better ban it because there's a chance what you get for that first game may or may not be one of the 3. So, T90, can you wall to the beach on this map? Oh, you mean here? Yeah, it's a little confusing. I think you can in almost every case. But usually this terrain isn't wallable terrain, but this type of rock is. I know that's not very intuitive, but I believe you can wall from the shoreline, yes. I'm actually going to step away for a second here. That previous game was really long and we had no breaks. So, one sec, chat. I'll be right back. Shouldn't miss anything. Alrighty. Looks like I've returned at the perfect time because I see militia. And I also think that JorDan should expect this. I'm going to guess JorDan scouted that. Damn, that's really good play from JorDan. To know he's up against Dravidians and know what to expect and to search for it to confirm it is some crazy work there. Love to see it. That's the level we're talking about. And Dogao's going to bring 2 villagers and the 3 militia over with the transport ship, sail across. He's going to be in feudal age at the same time as JorDan, and he will encounter walls. But it still doesn't mean he can't find some success here. And his fish are safe on the back, so I really like this to apply some land pressure and then mix it up on water. What you can actually go for is you can go for a forward dock here. That way you could file in some pressure onto the fish. So JorDan's thinking about land, but JorDan has to be careful about the water as well. Forward range from Dogao. Dropping some quick walls there. Has the time. JorDan should know there were 2 villagers, though. And JorDan can see there's a tower. That is the Korean villager line of sight. So he can actually see the tower from Dogao with the villager's vision. So they've got, like, super long distance vision. Do we call that 20/20 vision? I don't know what it is in Age of Empires, but... Anyways, Dogao doesn't have the same vision. He's like me without my contacts or my glasses. And so he didn't know there was a counter tower, and now that tower's a waste. He can't delete that and build another tower now. So that means offensively, defensively, no option to build a tower. Wouldn't actually hate to see him just mine a little bit of stone here. Guys, what JorDan has done a stellar job of here is he hasn't taken any damage. So what you can do here if you're JorDan is you could actually use your transport ship and try and counter land with a couple archers here. It's very risky, but that is an option for him. So keep an eye on the transport ship. Transport's moving around right now. The scout's still being very active for JorDan. But so far, the pressure from Dogao has paid off. You're not going to end the game with an early attack, but you're going to set up yourself for some advantages in the later stages. And Dogao's looking pretty sharp here. We'll kill off the spearmen. Villagers are still alive. Fishing ship count. He's still adding some fishing ships behind this, so he's just shifting into the water. JorDan's just sitting behind his walls, defending with archers, but falling behind in the Navy, maybe. Though there's not a lot of Navy out there for either player right now. Chuck says, so JorDan made Ellies? Will JorDan make turtles? Ah, you mean... I was confused for a second. You mean in the late stages? I mean, turtle ships are a really good option. But I think the map is so big that I think it's just too slow for this stage of the game. Here comes the archers from JorDan. JorDan just had a couple things to consider there. I think his plan was to counterattack. But then he thought about it, and he thought, Dogao's going to expect the counterattack because I killed this scout. And now he's going to come home. So I don't actually think Dogao's expecting this army to be here from JorDan. I think he's expecting the counterattack. I could tell because he started to wall up and he built a defensive archery range. Now, obviously, he knows, but he did lose a unit there. Villagers are coming back to build the tower, which is kind of sneaky. Is that worth it? I don't think JorDan even notices. The one villager died. Oh, man. Dogao's really got to micro that, and he's just going to run. But now the tower's at 97%. And now the Oh, my... Oh, my God, dude. 99.06% on the tower. And tower's denied. Well, fires are engaging on the backside. JorDan's starting to add in more and more fires. He's now got some stone mining out here because he can't take the other wood line or the other stone on the other side of the wood line. But JorDan's had some really sick engagements over the last minute or two. 9-2 KD. He is housed at the moment, which was not part of the plan. But he will get some counter army over here. The thing is, if Dogao just reaches Castle Age faster and has a bigger navy, he can kill all the fish and be completely fine here. You do kind of worry about losing ground to Koreans in Castle Age on land, but I think you'd have some time to manage that. Don't tell me Dogao is sending Vils to finish that tower. That's exactly what he's doing. That can't even be worth it, right? Like, okay, you complete the tower, but it's low HP compared to the other tower because it's been getting shot the whole time. I guess if you keep the Vils over there for some other purpose, I don't hate it, but you're against Koreans too. Like, it doesn't feel like a very good play here. Also, JorDan could see this. What do? Just passing? Yep, just passing. You know what to do, chat. And now JorDan sees it. So now JorDan's like, wait a second. What are they doing over here? It's so tough to siege push Koreans because they could just build additional towers too. But that could be the other idea behind bringing the villagers forward. JorDan brings the army over. JorDan even brings the galley over, and JorDan will start to clear this as well. But yeah, tower's going to complete. Then it's going to be super, super weak and just get shot right down. It's like, congratulations, you completed the tower. Now you lose one of the Vils. The other Vil's going to get shot down too. I think you got to know when to give up on a tower. Cut your losses at a certain point. Dogao is doing everything else very nicely, though. Again, his eco's very solid. He has great fire ship count. I still think it's a very winnable game. Just one of those tiny details that could maybe go a bit better for him. And JorDan has a lot of stone banked up, so he might plan around some defensive towers. I would always tower on this side because I'd be paranoid of getting attacked here, but he seems to not expect much army from Dogao at all. But it's going to be mainly as this villager runs over here, navy for Dogao and maybe some economy in time. We'll actually find the transport ship. And this villager's just running around. Feels like JorDan is on top of this. War galley upgrade about to come in. Koreans can't make demos, so it's tough for them to recover on water. And I think this is okay for Dogao. It's not bad. Not a bad start to the engagement anyways. Villager's still running around. JorDan's still chasing her. She is remarkably fast. If Dogao saves her, I mean, who knows? Look at her go. Oh, now the skirm's there. No, now the skirm's not there to protect her. No. The second TC for Dogao. She's still moving. She's dead. Rip. Well, I mean, I know some of these tiny details have gone JorDan's way. But economically, things have been good for Dogao. So maybe he's just putting a higher percentage of his focus onto the eco. 10 fishing ships with Dravidians behind all this is really nice. And like I said, a little surprising that there was never even a tower here. What was that, by the way? Was that a castle? There was a castle going up there for JorDan for a second, and then he deletes it. Yeah, he never expected any attack on this side, despite being pretty vulnerable there. So the couple skirms from Dogao go in there. And now he's got more skirms coming from here, and Jordan's going to go Fire Lancers to defend from this.
310 has just donated $100.
What?
Thank you for all the wonderful content over the years. I used to play with my elder brother in late 90s. It helps bring back old memories. Smile.
Dude, Prakar, thank you so much, man. Used to play with your older brother in the late 90s. Well, same here. My older brother is the reason I'm here today playing the game. So I also played with my bro, man. Same exact memories. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's crazy. We've had some crazy donos today, guys. That means a lot. Type a 1 in chat if you also played with an older sibling or if you were the older sibling. One or the other. I know some people maybe played with their parents or something. But I imagine most of chat's similar. Yeah. That's sick. Okay, to the older siblings, are you now better or worse than your younger sibling? It's like, in my case, I take a little bit of pride in the fact that I was eventually able to get good enough to beat my big bro, you know? But I imagine every situation's a little bit different. Again, Proctar, thank you. Mushu Master, thank you for the Prime sub. Support's been awesome today, guys. It's really motivating. There's... This event takes so much time and so much like work just to get set up. Casting it's of course very fun, but also some hard work. It's just a lot that goes into it, so the support means a lot. Thank you, Pelican. Welcome back. Okay, so some of you guys are better. And then we have a couple people who have twin brothers, so I said older or younger. Yeah, but even twins have someone who's older or younger. Don't tell me you don't talk like that. Jordan. It's going to be Fire Lancers as the answer. And guys, we have a siege tower. So we changed the siege tower because the devs haven't fixed it. We customized it in our map scripts. We lowered the HP via the map scripts.
Keel has just donated
and
$100.
Oh my
I
God.
played this with my older brother as a kid in the 90s. I stole this money from my cam girl funds to give to you, my cam guy, instead.
I am not a cam girl or cam guy. Thank you for the donut. Real quick, let me finish my thought. So you can only put 5 units in the siege tower now. Now, we made this public information. You can only put 5 units in the siege tower. It's now 175 HP. And basically, that nerfs the speed. So if you could put... The way it typically works is you put 10 in and it zooms around. So because there's been no changes from the devs, we made our own nerf instead of just banning it. So you can still do it. You can still get some units into the skirms and use this as a taxi. But it's not as strong as we saw in some other instances. Let's see what Jordan can do. The speed is still very fast. But you can't get 10 in there, and it's less HP than before. Dogao is terrified. I don't even know, like, did the players read the change? That still looks really terrifying. And, well, Siege Tower Taxi still works out, and Jordan's like, I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. And he's just going to transport away from the Siege Tower. Meanwhile, we still got some Navy happening. Meanwhile, we have a lot of booming, and this will probably go late. Jordan was later to the town centers than he would have wanted, though. Dogao's on the town centers faster. And Jordan still only has 5 in the tower, which the players should know. All this information's public. Hard to remember. Dogao. Be careful. Be careful. Get away. Run. Okay. That was really dangerous. The skirmishers are now out. And, I mean, remember how cheap the Korean Lancers are, right? And Lancers are not countered by skirms. Like, the Lancers are really strong. We can't, like, balance units in the game like we could the Siege Tower. That was a very custom thing. But, yeah, so Fire Lance was a big reason to pick it, and the Skirmishers stand 0 chance. I should point out that Dogao is missing a lot of upgrades. Dogao is falling apart. He's losing villagers over here. He's losing all of his Skirmishers over here. He's missing Bodkin Arrow. He's missing armor. Like, this was such a big clear up and counterattack from Jordan. Alni says, today I learned that having Prime Video subscription allows you to sub for free with Twitch Prime. Yes! Get the Primes in here, man. Appreciate it, Alni. Thank you. Also, did Keel just call me a cam girl? Is that what Keel just called me? He says, I played this game with my older brother as a kid in the 90s. I stole this money from my cam girl funds to give to you, my cam guy, instead. Oh, okay, I'm a cam guy. That's a little bit better. But still, I don't know if that makes my parents proud. Thank you. Thank you for the dono, man. Legend. Kind of. Sort of. Anyways. Yeah. I'm just not going to think about that too much. Here comes more Fire Lancers. Dogao's trying to recover on water. He's going to go long swords, which is a great play against the Fire Lancers. I think. No, it's not. Apparently, the Fire Lancers counter them as well. And this is part of the conversation people have been having about the Fire Lancer. It's a unit that does not cost food. It costs very little wood for the Koreans and then a decent amount of gold, but this unit is very easy to spam. Dogao did take the numbers very early there. But think about, like, you got to spend food on vills, right? You don't really have the food for longswords. You don't have to spend food on the Fire Lancers. So let's see if maybe the numbers are close or how the fight goes. I think that ranged attack, it does so much when you start the engagement. And now JorDan's trying to taxi away. And taxi's going to go down. And yeah, there's the ranged attack. Still, the numbers are an issue for Dogao. He's just completely fallen apart. He is recovering a little on water. And the Vil count's still close. It just doesn't look like a very comfortable situation for Dogao at the moment. Let's see. You can't make demos to recover in JorDan's position, which I find extremely awkward with Koreans. And in the past, the turtles used to be your get out of jail free card against the fires, but they made it so turtles are better against galleys than anything. So it's actually much tougher to recover when being overwhelmed on water as Koreans these days. Oh no. Oh no, Dogao, there was just Lancers here. They took down your archer range. You needed this castle going up a little bit earlier. He is going to get quick walls, but it's a ranged and a melee unit. But at least the range isn't there all the time, and it has to recharge. I mean, we'll see. You're just going to wait for their ranged attack to load back up and then shoot all these villagers. This is going to be so tough for Dogao. He is making more longswords. He cleared up the other side. He could bring some units over here. He might still be okay. He also has Navy back here. They're trading evenly. Longswords are on the way. Lots of Fire Lancers for JorDan. That's well played from Dogao. That's well played. I mean, it's still messy. He's still in an awful spot. He's still taking lots of ills, whatever. But he'll get the castle up. So, he completes the castle. He'll be happy there. Italians are still one of the best water civs in the late game. Dogao can click up to Imp before his opponent. And he still has decent Navy. He's falling behind on water a little bit. JorDan's since made a lot of fires. But JorDan needs to get up to Imp as well. Oh, wait. Sorry, he's not Italians. He's Dravidians. My bad. Dravidians are still one of the best water civs. Statement still applies. Every once in a while, see, people consider it a mistake, which is just the funniest thing. Because everything on this channel is calculated, right? I don't make mistakes. Please. Human? No, I'm AI. I'm robot. So, if I do something that you consider to be a misplay or me misspeaking, that is me ensuring my audience hasn't fallen asleep. Ensuring you guys are paying attention. I got to keep you guys on your toes. So that's all I'm trying to do. So, and here's the thing. I tend to intentionally make mistakes a lot. Which is why you probably think it's just me naturally being stupid. But no, it's all calculated. All calculated. All part of my plan, all right? Thank you, Junot, for the 27 months. Thank you, Mala, for the 8 months. The towers for Koreans are just such a problem. They can go up in all these different areas. With heated shot coming in from JorDan, too, you do extra damage. Look at that monk. You do extra damage against ships. And that range can be so helpful in so many different situations. And JorDan completes the tower. He might actually lose this. But nope. Keeps it up. Repairs it. Murder holes is on the way. So Jordan's going to have ships. And he's got 14 fire ships right now. Very few left for Dogao. And he's going to have the towers. And these towers over here can deny that relic, deny the stone, which could be really tough for Dogao. And Jordan says, don't mind if I do. Thank you very much. Sneaks away with that relic after killing the monk. Not bad. But both players are going to try and make their switch into war galleys. And that is the right play. And I think that still means the game can go either way. And it's honestly so close. It could be a wood game again. I'm really paranoid after the previous game. We may have found two players that are so evenly matched that it becomes a wood game again. It's still a little early. There's 69,000 trees left, or 69,000 wood, but it started at 100K. And if you increase the... People think if you increase the amount of wood on the map that it solves the problem. No, if it's a 50-50 game, it just tacks on another hour or two until they're out of wood, right? More wood doesn't necessarily solve the problem. You'd need to find another way. I just think they're just so even. The KD's been all Jordan. But now I'm not really sure how good Fire Lancers are. I really think it's just Navy. Both civs would really benefit if they could snag Shipwright. Jordan couldn't afford it yet. And I think the Dravidians get it. But again, they both don't have the res. But, you know, if Dogao canceled his vills that he has queued right now, he could actually get Shipwright. Shipwright is a really important upgrade. For now, I think he just needs to start with Galleon. But yeah, remember what Shipwright does. 20% discount on wood and build 50% faster. It's one of the most important upgrades. Unfortunately for Dogao, he no longer had any fire ships to upgrade. So he can't raid like this. And there already are 2 trebuchets now from Jordan on this castle. And now the Fire Lancers. Oh, this is so annoying. The Fire Lancers are still out here. And the Fire Lancers can run underneath the castle. Bracer isn't even in for Dogao. I think those trebs get sniped anyways, but look at the value there from Jordan. The tower still stays up. The Fire Lancers actually get away. He lost like 2 units there. And still pressuring this castle. Jordan needs to maybe get some villagers in the middle. There's extra stone and gold there. And hold up. I think we might have had a drop. Did we have a DC? Or did Dogao call the GG? Because a lot of things are going poorly for him. He is really overwhelmed on the back. He is losing his castle here. It did feel a little quick, but let me see. Says Dogao resigned, and he called the GG. Yeah, he called the GG right after he resigned, which is why it didn't show. So yeah, Dogao taps. Pop looks good, but the situation's just not there, guys. The situation's just not there. And maybe after losing the first game, he's still feeling a little frustrated. I do think Jordan's in a better position in this game. He got the relics. Sniping those trebs is crazy strong. And he's going to take down this castle for Dogao. Dogao doesn't have an easy access to stone after that. I guess he does still have the stone here. Would expect from here that Jordan is just going to completely snowball him with Navy and win. But yeah, maybe a little bit of an early resign there. Damn. All right. Game number 3. Jordan up 2-0. Dogao is one of the biggest threats possibly to win this group. And so this is what I was just talking about. So we have it fixed. You have a rhino right on this crossing on the sides, okay? Now, when you want to take that, if you want to take that, is completely up to the player. Jordan is bringing a Vil almost immediately. I'm assuming to try and take his rhino. He didn't actually see it. Dogao is taking a scout fight. Dogao, he's down 2 games. He's taking a risk because he's losing. And now he sees the villager here from Jordan. What on earth is happening? Jordan's winning the scout fight. Jordan is winning the scout fight pretty significantly, but now I think it should be easy for Dogao to bring in this rhino because that's a weak scout right now. Jordan's just chilling out here. Jordan can't do anything here. There's no way that this should ever disrupt this. Oh God. Oh God. Don't do it. Okay, scout goes down. That's a weak scout right there. The Rhino just got a hit. Okay, he's de-aggroing. Oh, no. No, the Rhino's going back. Oh, okay. Well, round three. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. Dogao calls the GG. I mean, well played from JorDan, because I've practiced this, I've seen this, and usually people don't bring the villager out that fast, and they don't really engage with the scout. JorDan knew that someone's going to come out here and try and take that Rhino. And, I mean, I don't even think that's a GG moment, but Dogao probably was just like, screw today. Today sucks, and all because of game number 1, right? Like, game number 1 was still in Dogao's head in every game here. So, yeah, he calls it. So, not ideal for Dogao to start off in gold. I do think Dogao is good enough where Dogao can recover and still potentially make the playoffs, maybe make a run for first place, but a perfect start from JorDan. He will want to use gold as a platform to move on to platinum. He gets a 3-0 win. Frustrating day for Dogao.